say it's a cat-themed unboxing. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie and I am here today with a very cute themed diamond painting haul from Diamond Art Club's Amazon storefront. I have a couple of snack size beginner friendly kits. They all happen to have round drills. This is about what you can expect from Diamond Art Club's Amazon storefront. And I've been kind of picking these up as they've restocked over the past year or so. And I wanted to share them with you today so you can kind of see what they have to offer over there. You get the benefits of things like prime shipping. The price point is usually really good. So you really can't beat it. Well, of course, I'm going to show you the canvas and the drills and whatnot on every single one of these kits. There are a couple of things like the toolkit and some of the other features like what's on the box that I'm really just going to show you in the first kit we look at, just that we're not going through it every single time. So if you're new to DAC and wanting to get a good look at that kind of thing, at least stick around for the beginning of the first kit, even if it's not one you're personally interested in seeing the canvas and drills for. That said, we're going to start with Milo the Cat. I don't, just because I think because I have a void kitty of my own, and this one is just really calling my name. I think it's probably my favorite of the bunch. So Milo the Cat, this is from the artist Aristocati or Aristocati, which I love. This is going to be 33 by 33 centimeters or 13 by 13 inches. Most of the kits on DAC's Amazon store, they're going to be a smaller size like this, and they're going to usually have round drills. So this is going to have 26 colors, including 5 fairy dust. They put some information on the back about how to diamond paint. If you are new to the craft and would like to see some beginner videos with demos and whatnot, I will have a few different videos linked below you can check out to get you started. Diamond Art Club does put a sticker with the kit on the end of the box, so it's easy to tell what your kit is. If you're like me and have a stack of diamond paintings, that it's just easier if you can look at the bottom of the box and see what it is. Now, I will have these kits, of course, linked below, and some of these, they will eventually make their way to Diamond Art Club's regular website, like diamondartclub.com instead of Amazon. Some of these will stay just on Amazon and won't move over. I don't really think there's a perfect way to tell. If you are shopping on Diamond Art Club's website, I do have a discount code that's for 20% off first-time buyers. It's Katie20, but of course, no pressure at all. Now, inside these kits, you're going to get a warranty and insurance card. So Diamond Art Club gives you a lifetime warranty with your kit if you're getting it from someplace other than the Diamond Art Club website. So right now, main places you'll get DAC kits that aren't the website are Amazon, Walmart has started getting DAC kits in. Sometimes like HSN will sell them. If that's the case, basically anywhere that's not the DAC website, you want to register your kit so that you do get that lifetime warranty, and they do give you a QR code to register. It's pretty easy to do. You're also going to get a toolkit. This can sometimes vary a little bit, and I'm curious, I don't remember if the other ones that are in even smaller boxes, I don't know if we'll get this exact toolkit. I think it'll fit, but sometimes they do an even smaller toolkit in the smaller boxes. But this is a slightly bigger box, so you're getting this version of the toolkit, which in my opinion is pretty solid for beginners. There are some upgrades that you don't usually see in a basic toolkit. So first, we've got what they call a twist and pick pen. It's a little bit more ergonomic than your standard, like just plastic thin pen. It also comes preloaded with wax, so you just twist it and the wax will start coming out the end there. If you happen to run out of what's already loaded in there, they give you extra that you can, if you twist it back the opposite direction, it'll come apart and you can put more of the wax in there. At the other end is a multi-placer. If you want to try your hand at placing more than one diamond at a time, they also give you another bigger multi-placer you could swap in. And they give you some of their classic pink heart wax that you could use in the single or multi-placer. Got a bag of baggies. You can store your leftover diamonds in these. And then my favorite of their toolkit upgrades is the tray. Now, this tray is bigger than a basic tray, like the little green boats you sometimes see. And it has a little bit more to it. It's got the stopper and the lid and everything. And if you were to get a bigger kit from DAC's website, it might come with a bigger tray. This is the smaller of their toolkit upgrade trays, but it's still, I mean, a bit smaller than a deck of cards, kind of around that size, and still holds a nice amount of diamonds. I feel like I can multi-place a little bit easier with it. Yeah, just generally speaking, I do like their toolkits and feel like they do a nice job. Now let's see. Okay, if we got a treasure quest card with this one, and I'll show you what's in here as well. Let's pop it open. So this is what we call a treasure quest card. It is a cute collectible and also part of their secondary rewards program, which is on their website, not on Amazon. These cards don't necessarily come with every kit. They come with most kits now though, and they have ranks. This one is bronze. This is by far the most common rank of card. And once you get different ranks of cards, there's bronze, silver, gold, and black, with black being the rarest. There's actually a redemption code when you scratch this off. Different combinations of the cards will let you redeem for things like gift cards or even a custom diamond painting on Diamond Art Club's website. So always check to see if you got a card and what the rank is. There's some helpful info on the inside of this envelope. I just want to point out that they do have a VIP Facebook group, and you do get 20% off your first app purchase. So you can get strategic with your discount codes if you really want to. Now, here's the original artwork. I'm going to use this in my paper logbook once I start working on the kit. It's a sticker, and then these are all sticker labels as well. So just 25 colors in this kit. It's not crazy colorful. Most of these Amazon kits are going to have lower color counts, not always, but often, because often that kind of goes hand in hand with being beginner friendly. So we got 26 colors. The code in the right hand column is the DMC code. It comes from the DMC brand of floss, like in cross stitch. Most diamond painting companies use this color code system. DAC special drills are at the end, so it looks like we're just gonna have fairy dust drills in this one. 5 different fairy dust colors that start with Z. I also just quickly want to point out they have a couple of 6000s range colors in this kit. Those are actually not part of the DMC color code system, but rather they are colors that Diamond Art Club has created to fill gaps in the DMC. Since Diamond Art Club makes all their drills in-house, they're able to make colors that let them just match the original artwork more closely. And there are some color families in the DMC that are a little bit more lacking. Now here's a look at the canvas. Let me roll it backwards to make it a little easier to show you guys. These are fine to roll back. You're not going to damage the glue or anything. There is our kit. That's so cute. Oh my gosh. Now look, let me be real. I don't normally like working on kits with like flowers and greenery in them. It tends to burn me out. This is so stinking cute, and it's like a small kit. I'm not gonna mind. Like, it's fine. I don't care. I get to work on a really cute void kitty. Now, let's talk about features of their kits, especially for those of you that are new to DAC, as aforementioned. So the canvas material, it's really soft on the back, has a nice weight and thickness to it. It has scalloped and poked edges, so fraying shouldn't be an issue. And we've got poured glue. It's pretty sticky, and a thick plastic cover. There's perforated sections you can see from the lines that'll tell you where the edges of the sections are. So if you want to work within designated areas, you could do that and then just split the perforation when you're done. And then we have legends at the top left and the bottom right. Down here, you'll see the title, the size, and copyright. This piece is legally licensed. What does that mean? That means that Diamond Art Club has the permission of this artist to use this artwork as a diamond painting and are compensating the artist as well. That's the case with all of their pieces. Here we've got another discount code and their socials, and there's a bit about their lifetime warranty. Now, this is as long as you're the original owner and purchaser of your kit, and again, if you've gotten your kit from somewhere other than Diamond Art Club's website, if you've gotten this kit from Amazon, you're gonna need to register it, and if you happen to run out of a drill color or something like that, you can contact customer support. Here we've got lots of color blocking in the sky. Color blocking is where you have lots of the same color in a small area. You can multi-place, and you'll, if you want, and you'll have that color in your tray for longer. So typically those kinds of areas are going to go faster. Looks like we've got a decent amount of color blocking in kind of the top half of this, and a bit, I mean, there's a little bit of color blocking down here still and some line blocking, but a little bit more confetti down here. Now, confetti is where you have more color changes in a small area. You can kind of see around here. And areas like that, you will usually get more detail because of the confetti, but it will sometimes take longer because you're doing more single placing and changing the color out in your tray more often. And you like to check the canvas's measurements just for posterity. We are true to size. Let's talk diamonds and see what our special drills are going to be. I already see our first one, that green one there. Just a little color spread here. Sometimes when I'm unboxing a really big kit, it's like a big chunky pack of diamonds. All right, so our first special drill is Z987. This is going to be our first fairy dust diamond, which this kit just has 5 fairy dust colors, no other special drill types. Now, fairy dust diamonds have what looks like a pearlescent sheen. It looks like someone brushed a fine glitter coating on the top that matches the color of that base diamond color. It gives them a shimmery look when they're on the canvas, and it's not super in your face. It's a little bit more subtle, but it is my personal favorite of the special drill types. I like the slight shimmer. Here's our next one. It's Z3733. I love this color of pink fairy dust. I'm just going to leave you zoomed in because I'm not sure when we'll get to the other specials, and there's not a ton of colors anyway. Z318, that coating really pops. It's really pretty. And then here's one of our 6000s range colors. You can see it doesn't have a special drill coating. It just apparently the shade of gray doesn't exist in the DMC. Our next special drill is this really pretty kind of really light beige Z437. And then we have one other strand of diamonds down here. There's got to be, what, one more fairy dust color in? So that shade of blue has got to be in the sky. If you notice the little pinprick holes in these, by the way, I think that's intentional to try to combat static. All right, we have this light pink color as our final fairy dust color, Z3713. That's our biggest bag of special drills. It's the lighter the color, the more subtle the fairy dust coating tends to be, but it's still, especially if we've got like a bunch of it all together, it's still gonna stand out from the regular diamonds. It's still gonna have a little extra something to it. As far as where the special drills go, that pink color, that light pink that we had a bunch of, is going to be the light pink in the petals of the flowers. So it's color blocked all throughout these petals. It's also some of the little lines over here. It's these petals here. And then the darker pink fairy dust color is going to be the darker pink flower petals. So in these flowers. I like the consistency of that. That actually is really nice. The green fairy dust is going to be what looks like the lightest green color from the symbols in the grass down here and the flower stems. So plenty of green fairy dust down there. It's in this like leaf over here too. And then that light kind of tan or like beige fairy dust is going to be the centers of the flowers. So the center of this flower, this flower, this flower, not this flower, and this flower, and this flower. And then last we had the gray fairy dust. I was wondering if the cat would have any, and we do. The gray fairy dust is this light gray color highlighting on the top of the cat's head and the top of the cat's tail. Yay! I was hoping we'd have at least a little bit of sparkle. This gray over here is the gray fairy dust as well, and some of the gray over here is gray fairy dust. So yeah, that's the special drill placement in this one. That is Milo the Cat. Now, give me just a moment if you don't mind. I'm going to move this out of the way and grab the next kit for us to look at. Next up, we're going to take a look at Rainbow Galaxy Bear by Jeremiah Kettner. Now, this is the most recent of the releases of what I'm sharing with you today, and this one keeps going in and out of stock on the Amazon storefront. I think because it is really cute and it tends to be popular enough that it sells out quickly. So I would check back if it's sold out when you go to take a look for it now and see if it gets restocked. So this is going to be even smaller than the last one, 9 by 9 inches or 22.8 by 22.8 centimeters. Still going to have round diamonds, 33 colors, including, 1 AB, 1 frosted, and 2 fairy dust. So we'll look at all those. If you're like, what's frosted? We'll cover it, I promise. All the usual stuff on the back, and they do print on here. We could still see what the kit is here on the bottom. Now, I am curious to see, because it's been a minute since I've opened up one of these smaller kits. I do not remember if they include an even smaller version of their toolkit in these boxes because it is so much smaller, but we're going to find out momentarily. I try to cut the plastic at the top like that so that I can mostly keep the boxes covered and protected. If you're curious, like why I don't just rip all the plastic off. Okay, so we do still have that same toolkit style. All right, so warranty sheet, we've covered that one. Make sure you register your kit within 30 days, ideally, right? And then toolkit, we're gonna go ahead and skim past this one, right? Because we covered it in the first kit. And then stickers. So these are all individual stickers if you were curious. And then this really cute guy. I want to say that this is a crop of a larger piece from this artist, which you'll find that sometimes with these Amazon kits. There's a Randall Spangler one that is also like a crop in on this like teacup dragon that's really cute, that is from like a bigger piece. But anyway, here's our colors. It's very colorful, hence it really is up to its like rainbowy name. We got lots of colors in this one, including some 6000 range colors and of course our special drills. Let's see if I feel a treasure quest card in here. Let's take a look. We've got a bronze card again. You know, I don't know if this is still the case, but once upon a time, DAC had said, this looks slightly different by the way, because it's a smaller envelope. Anyway, once upon a time, DAC had said that the smaller kits were more likely to get bronze cards and the larger kits were more likely to get the higher rarities of cards. And to be honest with you, I don't know that I've noticed that kind of pattern. I've gotten a gold card with a little snack size kit from Amazon, and I get plenty of bronze cards with my giant kits as well. This is so cute and little. So again, things that these kits are good for are, we talked about beginners, also children. This would be a good way to introduce a kiddo to diamond painting that's not overwhelming. These small kits, if you're seeing this, it's not folds in the canvas. These canvases have to be wrapped so tightly to fit in the box that sometimes the plastic cover just moves, you know? So peel it back, you can see it's fine. It's not like an actual bend in the canvas. You can peel this back and lay it back down. I mean, I'm gonna put it back in the box, so this is just for you guys to see, but ultimately it's gonna shift again when I roll it back up. And that can help at least aesthetically, and it'll help it lay flat faster too. Same features, we've got legends, we've got same canvas material, same glue, same plastic cover. This is also, of course, licensed. Looks like Jeremiah Kettner maybe uses a licensing house, which is totally above board and normal. Up close, I wasn't sure if this one would have more in the way of confetti, but I'm seeing plenty of color blocking still. These like little objects. I mean, Jeremiah Kettner's art style does lend itself to more color blocking, I feel like. He has like more clean lines and stuff. There's definitely bits of like confetti and some nice like color blending. So it feels like a nice balance in this piece. That's really cute. Now, are you someone that if you worked on a little kit like this, would you just rip off the whole plastic cover and do the whole thing all at once? Or are you going to break it down into smaller sections? Let's check out our colors. It looks like we're mostly gonna have like small amounts of each of these colors. Like there's not like one main background color we're gonna get a big bag of. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Yeah, it's gonna be mostly a mix of other colors, it looks like. Here's our first special drill, Z3766. This is our fairy dust color. Got that fine kind of glittery coating, shimmery effect. We've got another fairy dust color here, Z165. I would hazard a guess this is in one of the stars because those stars just are calling for special drills. Now here we've got a frosted diamond. It is fun to see this particular special drill in one of these little snack size kits because it is pretty unique. You don't see it in a lot of kits in general. So frosted diamonds have the look of frosted glass. You can see that they're not really faceted. They kind of just look like a dome and they have a matte effect. I kind of love them, especially when DAC does what they do and they chart it in places that make sense. It's not in like random spots. So it's a very unique kind of effect. And so we've got this really pale yellow frosted diamond. I'm so curious to see where that one goes. Maybe the other star, one of the stars. Here is an AB diamond, which we didn't have any AB in the first one. Now AB stands for Aurora Borealis. These get their name from the northern lights and have a very sparkly iridescent coating on the top that reflects a variety of colors. It is going to grab your eye and draw it to the areas that has been charted. So this is definitely the most striking of the special drills that we have in this kit, and is generally speaking a more common kind of special drill. I feel like it was actually kind of unusual that the first kit we looked at, Milo, didn't have any ABs. I feel like most kits will come with ABs, but I'm very trust the process about it and very like trust DAC's rendering team to pick special drills that really just make sense for the artwork. So no special drills in this strand. We just had that the blue fairy dust, the yellow fairy dust, the yellow frosted, and the pink AB. So let's take a look. First, the blue fairy dust is this blue color in the rainbow, the letter H. It's also this dot and this dot and this dot and this dot, as well as this one. And then the yellow fairy dust is going to be this particular star. The yellow frosted is this star. So yes, we have the frosted diamond in one of the stars. And then the pink AB, let's see, it's an up arrow. This sparkle, and is that it? I'm checking to see, are my eyes playing tricks on me? I think that that's all, you guys. I don't. This is up arrow, so what we're looking for. I don't see any more of it. Oh, right here, just giant sparkle right in front of my face. So this sparkle right here is pink AB, and then this little block over here is pink AB. This one's blue fairy dust. I can't remember if I skipped over that one. So yeah, that's the special drills in this one. Mostly, yeah, sparkles and stuff in the background. That makes perfect sense for special drill placement to me. So cute, so fun to see the frosted diamond in one of these kits. Alrighty, I will be right back. I'm gonna pack this up and we'll look at our next kit. Next, we're going to be taking a look at Candy Cat by Devicat. And this is the one that like started this whole thing. I got this one almost a year ago at this point and have just been waiting to unbox it. It's so cute. I was at a diamond painting retreat, I think, when this dropped, and a bunch of us there were like, oh my gosh, this is so cute, let's grab it. And I've seen it completed. It's ridiculously adorable. So cannot wait to see 13 colors. I was like, it can't be that much. It doesn't look like a crazy colorful kit, but we are going to have 2 ABs and 2 fairy dust. Same size as the last one, 9 by 9 inches or 22.8 by 22.8. And it is going to be round drills, of course. So let me open this one up. I have seen some of these snack size kits from Amazon and DAC come as square drills. It is possible that you'll, see those on there, but it is vast majority round drills, I think, because of their kind of target audience for their Amazon storefront. So this one should have the same kind of situation as the last one. So yes, here's our toolkit. Again, we've covered all that good stuff. And then we've got our sticker sheet. Look how cute this is. Now, I don't know if we've had anything else released from this artist, but I love the color palette and vibes so much. I hope that we do see more. Pinks and purples galore. Here's our fairy dust and ABs, and we still have 6000's range color. I think it's those purples that there just sometimes aren't a ton of colors available in DMC. Warranty, insurance card, all that good stuff. And let's see what our treasure quest card is. I wonder if we'll be delightfully surprised by something besides bronze in this unboxing, but it's not this one. We got a bronze here, but that's really cute as a holographic effect that I'm just throwing everywhere. Okay, let's look at this cute canvas. The way I have a feeling I'm gonna be sorely tempted to just kit it up. Just kit the canvas up. It could happen. I'm currently in a multi-whip extravaganza phase of my diamond painting life. So who knows? Who knows? Here is this adorable canvas. This is the most color blocky of all the kits we have looked at so far. I would guess my guess is going to be that this is the most color blocky of any of the kits we're going to look at today. Same deal as far as materials, glue, okay, this canvas, or a plastic cover, I'm sorry. This plastic cover is perforated, but you know what? They've made some changes and updates to their perforations over the years since they rolled these out. This feels like a thinner plastic cover, and the perforations don't have lines to tell you where the edges are. It's still absolutely usable, but just as an FYI, I don't know if this kit, I'm sure they've done some restocks since I originally got it, so it's possible if you got this kit today, it might come with a thicker plastic cover and the visible lines on the top of the plastic cover. So just context, I got this almost a year ago. We got color blocking galore, and this one, this cute cat face. This would be one I would almost be tempted to do the whole thing color by color, sit down and do just all of that light pink background and then fill in maybe the outlines and all that. This is licensed, of course, Candy Cat by Devicat. All that good stuff. No problems with symbol clarity, which I I very rarely have problems with symbol clarity on DAC's present day kits. Sometimes with their older kits, you might run into symbol clarity issues. I'm talking kits that came out like 5+ years ago. I don't feel like that's been as much of a problem in recent years at all. But, you know, always let them know if you run into an issue with that. Little tiny baby pack of drills. There's not as many. Okay, so the background color, this pinkish color, is that 6000 range color. So apparently the shade of pink, the perfect shade of pink for this kit, didn't exist in the DMCs. They made it. Here we've got our first special drill, which is Z3865. This is a white fairy dust. And again, it is hard sometimes to see that glittery coating, but it's definitely there. Got a little straggler friend there as well. I'm going to leave you zoomed in like last time. We have a pink fairy dust for our other fairy dust color, Z605. And then our first AB with that super sparkly iridescent coating is AB963. It's slightly different shade of pink, but another shade of pink, of course. And then we've got AB5200. I feel like a white AB or a white fairy dust is like a classic. It's almost like a staple. So I'm never surprised when I see this one in the mix. And then the colors we have the smallest amounts of. As far as special drill placement, you know what? I'm going to leave you zoomed in. No, I'm not, because I need to lift this up so I can see it better. First off, the white fairy dust color that we had that big bag of. Our whole cat is white fairy dust. That's so cute. This white color, the equal symbol, that's all fairy dust. The white and the star, this here, that's white fairy dust. The white along the cat's tail here. The white outline here is white fairy dust. This white is white fairy dust. This is white fairy dust. This, though, this is white AB. So these sparkles in the background, 1, 2, 3, those are white ABs. Those are different. And then we've got our pink fairy dust is right next to our pink AB. So the C is the pink fairy dust. The U-turn symbol is the pink AB. So they're right next to each other here. Then we have pink fairy dust in the cat's cheeks, pink AB in the cat's tongue, and then this C is the pink fairy dust. The C is pink fairy dust in the cat's ear over here. Then in the tail, this U-turn symbol is the pink AB. This star is pink AB, pink fairy dust. And the paws, the centers are pink fairy dust, and the toe beans are pink fairy dust as well. I love it. That might be my favorite so far as special drill placement goes, and just overall cuteness. This might be my favorite of the bunch. I don't know how I managed to not open this up for almost a year. I can be really stubborn when it comes to doing these unboxing videos where I just go, no, I want to wait, and I want to wait until I have enough Amazon kits to unbox all at once together in a little mini haul, and it just took this long for me to have a good opening in the schedule and to have, you know, the right number of kits to show. So that was kit number 3. We've got 2 more to take a look at. You know the drill. I'll be right back. For our 4th kit, we're going to keep it rolling with the cat theme and take a look at Cat Hugs by Ljubka. This is so stinking adorable. I have yet to actually complete a kit from this artist, but as a cat lover, I really enjoy a lot of her artwork. The confetti sometimes scares me, so it could be that a snack size kit like this one is really what's going to be the good like gateway for me into her artwork. So same size as the last 2 we've looked at, the 9 by 9 inches or 22.8 by 22.8 centimeters. A little more colorful than Candy Cat was. Candy Cat. This one has 34 colors, including 2 AB and 3 fairy dust. And I'll be so interested as always to see where the special drills go. Same deal on this one as far as features and all that good stuff. So let's open this up. I feel like this worked out well for me this week, actually. I had just recently gotten in a couple of these other kits, the Jeremiah Kettner for one, and I was thinking, when can I have the chance to do this video? And Diamond Art Club has had some delays due to customs stuff, and so my sneak peeks haven't been on time, or I just haven't had them, which is completely fine. And typically my Friday mornings are when my Diamond Art Club sneak peeks will go up if I have one. And so I've had a couple of open Friday mornings. I've been squeezing in some other kinds of videos and thought, ooh, let's do my DAC Amazon haul. It's kind of fun because it's unintentionally, still DAC themed. So yeah, usual warranty card, toolkit. Let's see what our treasure quest card is. Bronze. Are we shocked? We are not. I'm telling you, bronze is by far the most common, but I will say, not to glaze DAC too much here, this is a secondary rewards program, right? They still have their primary rewards program with points based. Like every time you make a purchase on their website, you earn points, and you can get like basically, you can use it towards like discounts on future kits. So it's not like this is the only thing. Anyway, here's the original artwork. So cute. I like that they were able to find one of her kits to do as a snack size. So blues and oranges, that's the name of the game. Here's our fairy dust. Here's our ABs. And more 6000s range colors. Let's see these cuties. Now there was a diamond painting event last month that was all about Lyubka. A couple of my very dear friends hosted it, Anxiety Art Adventures and Mank Arts and Crafts. And I saw a lot of people work on this one. I had originally intended to maybe try to get to it, and I just managed to get really caught up in other projects. So, but yes, I have seen this one completed. It's really cute. It looks great on the canvas too, which is also nice. You know the drill. Same thing with canvas material, glue. How's the plastic cover? Okay. This is, again, that same kind of thinner plastic cover, but we do still have the perforations. I think this one came out last summer as well. So it's another one that if you bought it today, might have the updated plastic cover. I don't know for certain, but this is one I got last summer as well, if I'm remembering my timeline correctly. Of course, this is licensed, Better Call Lyubka, and warranty and all that. Let's look at confetti and color blocking on the canvas. Yeah. Definitely confetti heavy. This is, I'm not really seeing, like, this is almost the best example of color blocking I'm seeing on this canvas. Like this little patch here, a little bit here. Yeah, maybe there. You're looking at a lot of confetti with this one. So it's gonna be one of those that takes longer to finish than something like Candy Cat, but it doesn't need to be a race. As long as you're enjoying the craft, that should be the goal, whatever your pace is. This looks like we're true to size, but you know me, I have to check for my own posterity. And then drills, talk about a difference from the last kit. The last kit with its like 16, 14 colors. And then this one, it's like, no, we've got 34. Let's take a look and see our special drills in particular. If you didn't know, these are not in order of DMC. I'm sure you noticed that. They're in order of weight, or roughly how many diamonds there are of the color. Here's our first special drill, Z3340. So we have this orange fairy dust. I hope we're going to have like a little bit of special drill in each of the cats. They both get some love. Z3042, it's kind of a taupe fairy dust color for our next one. I love the shimmer on those. Neutral fairy dust colors sometimes just have the prettiest effect. This is like an ivory or a super, super pale pink AB819. So you have that AB coating. This one is gonna pop comparatively. And then we have Z3865, a white fairy dust. That's gotta be in the cats, I have to imagine. And then no other special drills in this strand, but we have one other strand to take a look at. Because we had at least one more AB, but I think that was maybe it. Lots of shades of oranges and browns, and then of course lots of blues and grays. Okay, we have AB606. So this tiny amount of this kind of orangish red, almost cherry red color. I bet there's a heart on the canvas. I'd imagine that's where that has to go. And then some reds and pinks. I'm guessing those are just in the heart and that we're only gonna need a few of each of those. Okay, so our white fairy dust color is going to be the white in the cat's faces. It's this black dot. So this white there, this white there. It's also in the cat's eyes. White fairy dust, and then little sprinklings in their bodies, like this white here, a little bit right there. It's also in the heart. Then we have the orange fairy dust, and it's the percentage symbol, so it's kind of like medium toned orange. It's all throughout this cat's fur. See the percentage sign through here. It's also in the cat's face, this orange color going all the way around. The pale, kind of the taupe fairy dust is the upside down T symbol. So the same place that the orange one was in the orange cat's face, the taupe one is in the taupe or gray cat's face. So outlining here, it stands out really well. It's this upside down T symbol all throughout the tail, this outline back here. It's also through here, little stripes and there. So yay, both cats have some fairy dust. And then we have you is our really either super pale pink or almost an ivory colored AB. So it's the letter U. It's this outline around the cat's face. It's this color. I think this is the underside of maybe the orange cat's belly. It continues and goes around the same spots of the orange cat's face as it did the brown cat's face. There's a couple of spots of it. It's around the white fairy dust here. It's letter U again. These light spots. This light spot there. And then last we had the red AB, which is the outline of the heart. And that's all she wrote. So that's cat hugs. Ridiculously adorable, you guys. I'm sure that this has been posted. Finished pictures have been posted of it in the DAC Facebook group. If you are wanting to see, finished pictures before you decide if you want a kit, which I completely understand. Often there are kits that I feel that way. I'm like, I want to see it finished before I decide. But yeah, you can check out there. If it's in the reviews on Amazon, sometimes people will post pictures. But yeah, those are some spots that you can check. Okay, so that was kit 4 of 5. We've got 1 to go. I'll be right back. Last, but of course not least, I have another kit that does not have cats or cute animals per se. But I'm counting this under the cute window of things because we have Baby Yoda, aka Grogu. My brain was like, it's wrong, and tried to combine them. So Baby Gogurt. Oh man, I need to go to bed. This is called the Mandalorian and the Child, and this one was one that I grabbed with a little bit of nostalgia because my husband and my oldest just finished watching all of the Mandalorian. They're excited to go see the movie soon. So I grabbed this one kind of in honor of that. This is totally above board in terms of licensing. It's officially licensed as part of their agreement with Star Wars and Disney and Lucasfilm and all that good stuff. You will see a lot of stolen artwork out there, especially with popular IPs like Star Wars and Disney. But anything you see from DAC is going to be above board in that sense. This one's still going to have round diamonds. You're going to see it has slightly different branding. And I think, yeah, it's a side opening box, which you sometimes will see with their Disney kits or other like special IPs. So we're going to have to take all the plastic off this one, unfortunately. But it's still going to have round diamonds and 27 colors, including 1 AB and 2 fairy dust. And otherwise, it's, yeah, going to have the same features, just with some different fonts and colors. So let me go ahead and just rip the plastic cover off of this. Let me get like a good place to rip it here. And let me give myself a little hand. Go. Yeah, I'm glad that the majority of their boxes are more the standard like top opening design, because then I can actually mostly leave the plastic cover on. I just like the additional protection that it gives, because I'm not necessarily going to I can't work on every kit right away, logistically speaking. So just that extra plastic layer is nice to have. So yes, we have the fancy side opening box, and it's a little bit bigger in size. So we were looking at all the like tiny boxes for a minute here, but this one's a little bit bigger canvas and yeah, all that good stuff. I think it's the same size as Milo though. Okay, toolkit, warranty card. All good stuff. Let's see. Sometimes these ones do not come with treasure quest cards. So let's take a peek. But it did. Oh, you know what? The bronze actually, the color palette, I feel like works. So we're 5 for 5 on bronze for these. I can't say I'm surprised, but I was hoping to be surprised. That would have been fun. Well. Mandalorian and the Child. There's the original artwork. I'm curious to see, is this one going to be like a lot of line blocking maybe? Neutrals galore. This is not an error. I see people ask about this all the time. Ecru is actually a color that name that the DMC code, the DMC, brand of floss, gives to the color of undyed linen. And they didn't give it a number. I don't know why they gave this instead, but it's not an error. It's not a special drill. It's just a particular name for that shade of off-white. Special drills, Z, we have fairy dust, and we're gonna have an AB, and only 27 colors in this one. Let's take a peek. Any people that are more educated than I, as far as like the origins of Ecru and why they decided to not give it a number, feel free to educate me in the comments. I will not be mad. Okay, yeah, this is definitely a bit bigger. Did I just not pay attention to the dimensions on the front? Sorry if I glossed over that. This is 33 by 38. I would still consider this pretty snacky and pretty beginner friendly, but I don't know why I'm measuring early. I think 'cause I have the measurements on the brain. Yeah, we're true to size on that one. Same features, just a little bit bigger. So canvas material, we've got the perforated plastic cover. This is a more recent release. I think this was from a couple months back, so it doesn't surprise me that we've got the more updated plastic cover compared to the others. We got the legends, all the official licensing. You see we've got copyright Lucasfilm, Star Wars Mandalorian down here. And can you imagine if this had come out during like the height of 2020 shenanigans? Was that when The Mandalorian came out and we were all like stuck at home? Oh my gosh. So yeah, we've got a lot of, I would call this like line blocking. So I'm going to be able to multi-place a lot of these areas, but it's not like big blocks of color. The background on the border is very textured. It's not color blocking heavy at all. It's actually quite confetti heavy around the border. Yes, I wouldn't call this color blocking per se. I would just say line blocking. It's probably still going to go fast. You could still use your multi-placer. We've got Grogu's face. It's quite a bit of confetti and just really, really, really adorable. Let's take a look at the color palette for this one. We're in the home stretch. I haven't mentioned yet, but they do put a sticker on here that tells you what kit this goes with, just in case you store it separate from the canvas and outside the box it came in. It's easy to match up again later. There's our colors. Let me give you a better look at it. So this 310, which I feel like they're round 310s, are so sparkly. They're so faceted. That's going to be a lot of that like outlining we were looking at. So we have 2 big bags of this color. That blue, I'm sure, is the blue in the background. And then this has got to be one of the border colors. And there is ecru. So you can see there's not like a special coating. It's just that kind of off-white color. Here's our first special drill, AB 648. So this is a taupe AB, almost grayish AB. Yeah, I'd say more taupe than gray. A decent amount of that one. And then we've got a fairy dust color that is Z6033. So one of our 6000s range colors in fairy dust form. So you can see we've got that nice, like pretty brown and fairy dust. And then we've got this ivory kind of off-white Z543 fairy dust. And did we have one more special drill? I can't remember. Let's look. We're getting to the end. No, that was it for special drills. But these are the colors we have the least amount of. Alrighty, so we had just all kinds of neutrals. We had the brown fairy dust, the off-white fairy dust, and the taupe AB. So the brown fairy dust, the kind of like darker brown color, is going to be in the Mandalorian's part of his clothing. So it's this kind of carrot, like sideways, greater than symbol. So it's going all through his clothes, a little bit of shimmer there, and up here in his neck. And then we've got the off-white fairy dust color, which is this lowercase e. It's here in Grogu's little like neck, by his neck, and then in his sleeve. There's also a line of it right here. It's also this lowercase e at Mandalorian's shoulder. And there's a decent amount of it in the background. So it's going to give a little bit of extra shimmer to the background. So lowercase e. So just a little bit of texture in a few spots. You can see it. It really is just kind of, it almost feels random all throughout. It gives it almost a parchment looking effect. So yeah, parts of the background. And then we have our taupe AB color, which was the letter P. Where are you? Oh, there. Okay, I was expecting to look darker for some reason. Okay, so here, which just makes sense because this part of his armor is like be more reflective, I think. So this letter P, here at his arm, here on his chest plate, here at his shoulders, quite a bit of it. And yes, in his helmet as well, a fair amount of it in his helmet. Again, it's letter P going all throughout, including on the front here and then like on the sides. So those are our special drills in this one. I wasn't sure if Grogu would have any like in his face or something, but I guess it's more of a neutral color palette, so maybe it just makes more sense that way. But I like it. I'm especially interested in the little bit of fairy dust in the background. Add to the texture a bit, I think. So that's the last kit. If you wouldn't run anywhere just yet, give me just a moment to pack this up and then we'll chat just for a moment more. So just want to do a really quick recap and sort of debrief because we've been here for a minute, right? I think my favorite personally of the bunch has got to be Candy Cat. I like the color palette of this one a lot. The art style itself is really calling to me. And Milo is probably a close runner-up just because I have that nostalgic connection to my own cat, which he was being really cute at the very beginning when I started to film. I'll try to insert a couple of clips there as long as it the audio came through okay. But anyway, those are probably my favorites of the bunch. And if you're looking at this, you watch the whole thing, and we're like, well, none of this is really my style. Well, for one, thank you for still watching this video. That was so sweet of you. They have actually quite a lot more variety on their website. For example, one kit I almost included in this, but decided not to because it wasn't on theme, was this cute little landscape, Fall Fling by Annie Tro. And they have, honestly, quite a lot of landscapes to choose from, including like some Thomas Kincaid, some Chuck Pinson. They have other styles of artwork available. They have other IPs available. Like they have some Marvel and stuff like that. So what you're seeing here is just a very like narrow look at this selection. This is very specifically my taste. But if this isn't your taste, know that there is quite a lot more available. So I will try to insert a link in the description that, well, specifically links to each of these specific kits, and also just to their store, DAC's Amazon storefront in general, so you can see like, okay, what else do they have? They do not have a set new release time for their Amazon drops. It's kind of random. If you are on Facebook and in the VIP group, people are pretty quick to post in there when they notice new Amazon releases, so you can kind of keep an eye out there. You can also just kind of check back intermittently yourself because they'll often drop like batches, like here's 4 or 5 new kits. Or more recently, they, like just last week, they dropped another new Jeremiah Kettner that was just that one that was new. So it's one of those things that it's not super cut and dry, but if you're willing to, check back and keep an eye out, you can maybe find some kits that are your taste. Also, good to know is that very likely at least some of these kits are unfortunately going to be sold out whenever you go to look. Because they, it's a good price point. It's really cute artwork and popular artists and stuff. So it might be sold out when you go to look. I just recommend checking back. I don't think Amazon has like a feature yet where you can sign up for essentially a back in stock notification email. But if you do check back, these are very, very, very likely to get restocked. It's just a matter of kind of playing the waiting game, unfortunately. I really, really hope you're able to get your hands on some kits that are your taste. Like I said, things that are pros about these are the budget, the price point, which is budget. They're beginner friendly, they're travel friendly, they're introducing someone to diamond painting friendly, they're kid friendly. I also like these as breaks in between bigger projects. If I'm feeling really burnt out on a giant canvas and I want to feel like, okay, I finished a diamond painting, getting one of these snack size kits, these smaller size kits, can be the perfect answer to that. So lots of reasons that these can be good to add to your diamond painting collection to work on. And yeah, so I think that's it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Have you grabbed anything from DAC's Amazon storefront before? I know that it's not always available to people outside the States, unfortunately, and I'm so sorry about that. I wish there was something I could do to help. Sometimes these will hit the regular Diamond Art Club website at some point, so hopefully any must-haves for you will end up there. Let me know if you're someone that likes working on smaller kits like this, or if you're more like I want big kits, which, if you didn't know, Amazon also does offer some of Diamond Art Club's bigger kits, and I feel like they're usually not 2-day shipping. I almost wonder if it's just pulling from DAC's, where I don't know. But you can get some of Diamond Art Club's bigger kits from through Amazon too. But you don't get rewards points if you go through Amazon. So if it's something like that, I'm more inclined to want to buy through Diamond Art Club's website because then I'm getting the rewards and stuff. But anyway, I've been yapping your ear off for long enough. I'm going to let you go. Subscribe if you liked this video and want to see more from me. It's all diamond painting all the time here, including unboxings and reviews from a variety of different companies, how-tos and tutorials, all diamond painting related, and weekly whip and chats if you want some company while you're crafting. Thank you again for joining me today. I hope you're doing very well. Happy crafting, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye, guys.